Good evening and thanks for joining us. 10 years in jail. That's the sentence for an Air National Guardsman and former karate instructor who was found guilty of using the internet and trying to entice a 14-year-old girl to have sex. KITV4's Jill KURAMOTO was at Matthew Lewis's hearing today and joins us with reaction. Jill?
Well, Paula, the legislature imposed the automatic 10-year sentence for the internet predator law back in 2008. But the fairness of that law was called into question by Lewis's attorney and his friends who testified on his behalf.
Matthew Lewis's parents, his current girlfriend, and close friends sat behind him in court today in a show of support. A former girlfriend tried to illustrate a compassionate side to the Air National Guardsman, convicted of being an internet predator.
He's always first and ready to volunteer on missions and tours of duty so that other military personnel can stay home with their spouses and families.
A parent of Lewis's karate students made a tearful plea for leniency.
Please give him another chance. That's all he asking. That's all we asking.
Lewis was arrested in October 2008 after he arranged a meeting for sex at the McCulley's Zippy's restaurant with who he thought was a 14-year-old girl he met online, but who was actually an undercover police officer. Lewis knew going into court today he faced a mandatory 10 years in jail, but his attorney argued the court could not take into account his client has no prior record and claims he never intended to go through with the encounter.
It wasn't going to happen, but the legislature doesn't give the court to even think about these things.
But the prosecutor said a 10-year sentence is appropriate in this case because a jury found there was intent in Lewis's actions by exposing himself online, the sexual nature of his computer chats, and by arranging and going to the meeting.
It's true he doesn't have any prior convictions, but it's also true that through the internet we're able to see a side of Mr. Lewis that most people don't see.
Lewis immediately began his sentence after Judge Karen On ruled 3 additional counts against Lewis would run concurrent with his 10-year term.
Now, Matthew Lewis did not speak at his hearing today on the advice of his attorney, who says they plan to appeal the verdict. Reporting live, Jill KURAMOTO, KITV4 News.